Okay, so summer ball is pretty much here. And as players are going into their summer seasons, I think it's important to reevaluate your hitting approach. I've stayed, pretty much within my circle for a long time, teaching my philosophies on the game, teaching things that I felt worked for me as a player, and also shared things that didn't work. And, after, literally 37 years of total baseball since I started at the age of 3, but also 8 years of professional playing and 5 years of professional coaching experience, I can tell you I know what works and what doesn't. I've seen it with various players. I've seen it with myself. And my job is to make sure that the next generation of players gain the correct insight, gain the correct knowledge to continue to push the game forward and to continue to improve each and every day individually. So with that, the number one thing that I feel leads to more success at the plate is intent. Now, what do I mean by intent? Intent is giving your body full instruction on what to do. And you do that mentally. We can't walk up to the plate and be a little unsure of what exactly we're trying to accomplish, because if the brain is not giving the body clear instructions, then how is it going to do one of the most difficult things to do in sports? How are you going to be able to effectively hit a baseball that's coming in, even 85 miles per hour, let alone 95 to 100 and, 100 and higher as guys are throwing now? How are you going to hit a breaking ball? How are you going to make these adjustments that you need to make in order to be a consistent hitter? So when we set our intent first, and this is what I teach all of my players that I work with, this is what I taught guys when I was a professional hitting coach, and even what I shared with some of my teammates when I was having success and maybe they weren't. You have to step in the box with the same level of intent that the pitcher has on the mound. Now, what if a pitcher was coming set and he was unsure of exactly what pitch he's trying to throw, or he was unsure of what location he was trying to hit? He's probably not going to throw a strike, or he's probably going to miss his spot, right? So why, as hitters, do we get in the box and we allow the pitcher to dictate everything for us? We're trying to make adjustments as the ball is on the way of what level or what side of the field we're going to hit the ball on, right? We think that we're so good, we can make these adjustments as the pitch is coming in. No, you might get away with it sometimes, but that's why the consistency in the game is not where it needs to be. That's why so many of us have gone through our ups and downs in baseball. I know I have. And when I look back at those times, look back at those years, the years that I was very clear on my intent in most at-bats, it showed up in the numbers. That's where you get your extra base hits. That's where you get your big RBIs. That's where you're able to move runners and play situational ball, because you have a clear intent on what you need to accomplish and what you're trying to accomplish at the plate. And that's the process that we want to make sure that we're focused on. Not so much the results, but you focus on the process to get the results, to have a better chance of getting the results. We know in this game you can do everything right. It doesn't mean that you're going to have success, right? But what we can do is control what we can control, and that's our process That's our mindset, and that's our intent. So I'll be talking more about this in future videos. Thanks for your time. Hey, and go out there and play the game the right way. Play it to win. Play with hustle. Respect the integrity of the game.